was 19. He was loving, very, very funny, a wicked sense of humour. He was a normal 19-year-old boy, passionate about football, had a very close relationship with his brother Matthew, and had a lot of friends.
The knock-on effects from suicide are very, very widespread. If a young man takes his life, he has a family. It's a parent who loses a child, a grandparent loses a grandchild, a brother loses a brother, child loses a father. It has a tremendous effect. There's also lots of other people involved, people who find the person. There's the police who have to investigate it all. It just affects absolutely everybody in society.
The project came about because here in the North East we have the highest rates of suicide amongst young men, approximately 3 men a week. And to me that's 3 sons, 3 uncles, 3 brothers. That's why we needed to do the advert.
The house is just really different. Everybody's different ever since he's left, and like it's more of a sad house, more than a happy house that it used to be. And just everything that's done now seems to be sad and just memories of Dan.
Suicide is the main cause of death amongst young men aged 16 to 34. And teenagers nowadays, we know that 1 in 10 teenagers is diagnosed with depression. That's actually diagnosed, so there are an awful lot of young people who are suffering from depression, and we know that depression actually puts you on a downward slope towards suicidal feelings.
I've contemplated suicide myself, and I can see the character that played it was, it was good. That's how I felt. You could see the desperation, the loneliness, the depression. So it brought back some memories for me that weren't very nice.
But when we were filming and I was looking down, I realised it takes a lot to actually get the guts to jump off, and then it makes you realise what the person must actually be going through to want to throw themselves off a building. Because looking down there myself, I was so scared, and to realise how easy it was to do it, it freaked me out, to be honest.
In my opinion, the project's really important because suicide is such a difficult subject to talk about. But the reality of it is, it's a very real subject to talk about. Suicide touches many lives, many families, many communities.
The perception of suicide is completely changed. It is something that doesn't happen to other people. It happened to us. Suicide is still a dirty word. It is something that people don't talk about.
If I saw someone on that bridge now that was contemplating suicide the way I was contemplating it, then I'd definitely try and stop them, to tell them to get in touch with either the Samaritans or someone in their family, just to not to go through with it, because there is a much better life available. And for me, a year ago, when I had them thoughts going through my head, to now, how I am now, my life is amazing. There is a better life available.
I think that if somebody was thinking about committing suicide, they should always think twice before they ever think of going that far, because nothing's that bad for someone to take their own life.
Just think about themselves, think about the family, because it might seem fine for them, but it's going to have a massive impact on your family. So
I've seen the advert, I thought it was great. I thought it was very powerful, very provocative, incredibly challenging, and it says what it needs to say.
My initial thoughts is my heart just goes out to the people that are going through that, or family and friends of the people that are attempting it or are contemplating it because of the depression, the loneliness, and just what they're going through. You just see how lost they are, and my heart just goes out for them.
And they say talk is cheap. Talk can make a difference. Nobody should have to go through what we have gone through.
I'm standing here on the tallest building in Gateshead, and if I was standing next to somebody that was saying, I'm going to jump off, I'm going to take my own life, one of the things I would say is don't. There's a choice. There's somebody to listen. I'm here to listen. And if you're watching this, you should be prepared to listen, to let the story unfold. So what I'm interested in as keeping the story alive and keeping our individual alive.
My initial thoughts about the advert are that it's very, very powerful. It will reach the target audience of young men. People will be able to relate to it, will be able to understand the problems and the emotions that this young man has, and hopefully the end message is, call Samaritans.